Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Style and Lipstick. My name is Oralia. I'm super happy to have you here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I really hope that you enjoy this video. If you are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming back. It really means a lot to me. Today I'm doing a tutorial on this look, and I am featuring the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea 2 palette, and I received this in last month's Boxycharm, in the August Boxycharm, and I did get a request from a few of you to do a look featuring this particular palette, so here you have it. Some general thoughts about the palette. You've got these beautiful colors, and they're all really either neutral or cool tone colors. I use the palette, and as you see in the video, I did struggle with it just a little bit. Some of the shadows in this palette aren't very pigmented, and I had to go in a lot. I had to really dig in a lot in order to be able to get some pigment. And then other shadows in the palette are highly pigmented. I enjoyed using it for the most part, but it was a little bit challenging. It did take a little bit of work, but I did come up with this look here. Normally I don't work in cool tone. Really, you know, my thing is warm tones, but I thought it was a nice departure, you know, to use this palette. You know, I think that it is a nice palette, and I will reach for it if I'm looking for a cool tone, smoky kind of look, because I think that's really easy to achieve with the palette. Now, all of these shadows, they're not matte. I would say they're more of a satin finish, except for, you know, the lighter tone shadows down here that have a little bit of shimmer. I like having some mattes, but I was able to work with the satin finishes. I think that this is a nice palette. I mean, it's like $36 or something, and it came in a $21 subscription box, so I can't complain where that is concerned. If you're interested in actually purchasing this palette, there's where I'm a little bit iffy. You know, I don't know that I would have purchased this on my own. I'm glad that I got it in my Boxycharm box. Don't get me wrong. It's really nice to have a palette like this that comes in a subscription box. But as far as like spending money on this palette, I don't think I would do that. Those are my thoughts on the palette, though. If you've received it in your Boxycharm and you really enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments down below, you know, the things that you did to help it work, because I struggled with it a fair amount. Anyway, enough babbling. If you are interested in seeing how I came about this look, then keep on watching. Alright, so I've got all of my face makeup on already, including contour, blush, and highlight, and I decided to have a random dance moment. Don't know why. Wasn't even playing any music. But anyway, I'm applying Urban Decay's Primer Potion in the original formula onto my lids. And then I go in with Marina, which is the pale neutral beige that's in the palette, and I applied that to my upper transition. And I struggled with this a lot. Like I mentioned in the introduction, I was having a really tough time getting some pigment on there. I was going in really hard too on the pan. I am not an eyeshadow bully. You know, I don't go in really rough with my makeup, but with this palette, I really had to push really hard on the brush to get some pigmentation. Next, I'm going in with Seaside, which is a deeper brown color, and going into the deeper crease, and again struggled with this one just the same. They ended up becoming kind of muddy. I can't really tell the difference between the two, honestly. So yeah, just having to go in again and again and again in order to get some pigment. It took me a while to build up the color that I actually ended up with. Then I'm going in with Siren, which is a deep charcoal gray, and that one did have a lot of pigment. So I applied that to the outer corner of my eye and then pulled it into my crease just a little bit. You know, I did my usual look again because I'm kind of learning this palette, so I stuck with what I knew. And using a slanted crease brush, and I took and flipped the brush over and used the pointy side to kind of help pull that color into my crease. Then I have to blend, of course, so I went ahead and did that, and I lost all of whatever I had in the transition. I also lost a fair amount of the Siren color as well, so I had to go in and apply that and build it up. And so yeah, I just went in and kind of made it a little bit darker, pulled it in a little bit further, Next, I go in with Breezy, which is this really pretty, kind of like medium tone gray silver kind of color, and I apply that to the lid. And I'm using a Luxie detail brush to apply the color, and I didn't struggle with it too much, so that's good. And I really did like the way this particular eyeshadow came onto the lid. So yeah. Then I'm going in and I'm blending things out a little bit, you know, trying to get everything to kind of come together. And as a result, I lost my transition color, so I go in with Seaside again and add a little bit more into the crease, just trying to get things to deepen up a little bit and replacing some of that color that I ended up blending away. Next, I'm going in with Pearl, and I'm applying that as my brow bone highlight. And this one actually worked really well. I liked it. It was quite pigmented. Next, I'm going in and I'm blending Marina in with Pearl, just so that there aren't any stark lines in the shadows. And I go in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliner in Workout, which is this beautiful deep forest green, and I love it for the fall. I really do like this. It's a good replacement for me, I think, for black eyeliner. And I also place some of that liner on my lower lid because I am going to be smoking it out. I go in again with Riptide, not again, the first time, with Riptide, which is, I guess it's a slate green. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a blue green, but it pulls more green to me, and it has kind of like a grayish undertone, so I apply that to the lower lid with a flat shader brush. Again, this is a Luxie flat shader brush, and just smoke out the liner that I placed on my lower eyelid. Then I go in with Marina and use that to blend out Riptide. Since it didn't have any pigment, you can't really see it, but I guess I did do a pretty good job, I suppose, at blending out and smoking out Riptide. Then I'm going in with my LA Colors liquid eyeliner in black, and I'm just putting down some liner because I will be wearing falsies with this look. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. And I do like this eyeliner, but it doesn't dry down matte. So that's why I like using it for lashes. I'm going with Monsieur Big Mascara by Lancôme and just applying a coat of mascara because that way my lashes will blend in with the falsies. And I do apply this mascara to my lower lashes. I just don't show it here. I decided to cut it out. Going in with the lashes that I received in my Boxycharm box. I can't remember the name of them, but I will list it in the description box down below. And I really struggled with this lash. I just was having the hardest time. This is actually the second time that I applied the lash. I decided to go in and disguise the lash band with some black liner and just to hide it a little bit because the glue was showing a little bit. And then I go in with my Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Blaquer, you know, just the old standby, and I apply it to my upper lash line, my waterline, tight line. There we go. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline mascara, what is it, brow mascara, and then I decide to apply some of the pearl color to my inner corners. The lippy that I'm using is Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in Stepping Out and Aquarius Ultra Glossy Lip by ColourPop as a topper. All right, everybody, that's the finished look. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.